Good evening, ma'am, and hi, one and all presenter here. I'm Milvani from Food Tech Batch. So now I'm going to deal with food adulterants. Coming to food adulterants, what is food adulterants? Food adulteration can be defined as the practice of adultering food or contamination of food materials by adding few substances which are collectively called the adulterants. So as of now, as we see in this picture, adulteration is a legal term meaning that a food product fails to meet the legal standards. One form of adulteration is an addition of another substance to a food item in order to increase the quantity of food item in raw form or prepared form, which may result in the loss of a actual quality of food item. These substances may be available food items or non-food items. So, as we all know that adulteration is also known as the addition or subtraction of food substances to or from food, so that the natural composition of quality of the food substances is affected. Food adulteration includes mixing, substitution, concealing, quality, decomposed food for sale, misbranding or false labels, addition of toxicants, etc. So, um, how we know that the food is adulterated? Let us see some points that to find out the food adulterated food. A substance which is added which deprives or injuriously affects to it. Cheaper or inferior substances are substituted wholly or in part. Any valuable or necessary constituents has been abstracted. It is an imitation. It is colored or treated to improve its appearance, or if it is contains any added substances, it injurious to our health. For whatever reasons, its quality is below the standard. So we have three adulterations: intentional adulteration, incidental adulteration, metallic adulteration. Coming to intentional adulteration, it is done for financial gain. Addition of sand, marble chips, stones, mud, dark chalk powder, water, mineral oil, and harmful colors. Incidental adulteration. It happens due to colorlessness and lack in proper hygienic conditions of processing, storage, transportation, and marketing. Example, pesticides, residues, droppings of rodents, larvae in food, etc. Metallic adulteration. It occurs due to arsenic form pesticides, lead from water, effluent from chemical industries, tin from cans. So, as of now, we have already known the food adulteration is very harmful to our health. Let us see some food adulterations has become a very common practice in our country. And we are consuming these foods almost every day. We have numerous harmful effects to our health. These uses of adulterants has increased because of few legal controls on food quality. Food adulteration is an unethical and called as social evil and a slow poisoning process, which is very, very harmful to our health. So, there are some categories in these food adulterants, which is like replacement, addition, removal, etc. Let us see about replacement. Complete or partial replacement of a food ingredient or valuable authentic constituent with a less expensive substitute with the intention of circumventing or urging and false declaration of process. known as replacement. Coming to addition of small amount of non-authenticated substances to mask inferior quality ingredient. Removal. Removal of authentic and valuable constituent without purchaser's knowledge. So, let us see some common adulterants and the diseases caused by the adulterants. Here, we have some adulterants added to the food and their harmful effects. Milk and curd. It's fruit product and the adulterant of milk and curd are water and starch powder. Harmful effects are like stomach disorders, cancers, etc. Ghee, cheese, and butter. Adulterants which are added to these are like mashed potatoes, vanaspati, and starch powder. Harmful disturbance and other stomach disorders. Coffee powder, chicory, tamarind seed powder, etc. And it causes diarrhea. Tea, artificial coloring agents, causes liver disorders. Sugar, chalk powder, washing soda, urea, etc., which causes stomach disorders and kidney failure. Turmeric powder. Adulterants are like pesticide residues, sawdust, chalk dust, industrial dyes, etc. And harmful effects are cancer and stomach disorders. Chili powder. Red big powder, red lead, soluble salts, colors, etc. Harmful effects are like mental toxicity, cancer, lead poisoning, or tumors, etc. Ice creams, we use it to eat this daily, and it's very favorite food to all the children, right? So, even in ice creams, there is an adulterant like um, pepper oil, ethyl acetate, washing powder, etc. And this, by adding these in the ice cream, we causes dreadful diseases that affects our organs, including lungs, heart, kidney, liver, etc. So now we have already seen the products, adulterants, and the harmful effects. Let us see the detection method of those products. Milk. Cow or buffalo milk can be adulterated with starch, milk powder, urea, formalin, detergent, etc. Health effects are like cancer or acute renal failure, even stomach disorders too. So there is a test for adulterants in milk. So as we see in this picture, they have taken a glass, two glasses, and which is filled with warm milk. They have added iodine solution or tincture iodine to the warm milk, just a drop of tincture iodine or iodine solution. And when we observe here, the pure milk is no color change and the adulterated milk changes to blue color. So as like this, the adulterated of starch can be seen here. So if we add a iodine or tincture iodine solution to this, when the milk turned into blue color, it is an adulterated milk, and please don't use that milk. Pure milk and adulterated milk, the results are shown here. And even we have another detection of method, detection of detergent in milk. So take 5 to 10 ml of sample with an equal amount of water. Shake the contents thoroughly. If a milk is adulterated with detergent, it forms dense layer. Pure, pure milk will form very thin foam layer due to agitation. So as we see here in first diagram, foam layer is formed. So it's a pure milk, and the adulterated milk which forms a dense layer. So coming to ghee, we usually use this in our daily life. Ghee essence is used in cheaper oils and passed off as pure ghee. This type of ghee will not solidify like normal ghee, right? So oleomargarine, lard, these two are like animal fats which is added to butter or ghee, and this can be detected by mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, other starch is added into the ghee. There are some harmful effects like cancer or acute renal failure. The Ajamona oil is used to adulterate ghee and butter is highly toxic. It causes a disease known as dropsy. Drop. Detection of mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and other starch in ghee or butter. There is a testing method. Let us take a teaspoon of ghee or butter in a transparent glass bowl and add 2 to 3 drops of tincture of iodine. Formation of blue color indicates the presence of mashed potatoes and other starches, etc. And in this picture, in first picture, we can see the pure ghee, which is not added any adulterant. And in second picture, it is an adulterant ghee, which turns into blue color. When we add a tincture iodine to the ghee, if the ghee is adulterated, so ghee is turned into blue color. It's very harmful to our health. So these are the products and their harmful effects detection method I have shown. And coming now, reasons for food adulteration is like to earn more for profits, to increase volume of trade by showing lower prices when supply is less than demand, to cut down the product's cost to meet the market competition, storage of authentic ingredients at affordable prices, storage of qualified personnel and no updation of processing techniques, inadequate knowledge on the consequence and associated food safety risk, lack of awareness on updation of the information on the adulteration related food safety outbreaks. So there is an act, Prevention Act of Food Adulterants in 1954. This enacted by an Indian Parliament in 1954, amendment in 1964, 1976, and 1986. Objectives are ensuring pure and wholesome food to the consumers, protect the consumers from fraudulent and deceptive trade practices, and there is a punishment award which was declared by Indian Parliament in this act is like case of prone adulteration and adulteration causing grievous hurt or death. So when we comes to case of proven adulteration, there is 6 months imprisonment and fine of 1,000 rupees. When we comes sorry, when we comes to adulteration causing grievous hurt or death, life imprisonment and fine is of 5,000 rupees. So now there are some food standards. Codex Alimentarius, which indicates the principal origin of joint FAO and or WHO food stands program. Formulate stands for international markets. Food stands in India are based on this. FA, sorry, PFA stands to obtain a minimum level of quality of food stuff attainable under Indian conditions. AGMARK stands gives the consumer an assurance of quality of food according to stands. BUREAU of Indian Standards. This is also known as ISI. This is a guarantee of good quality. And let us see some food labels as we all seen. This is the label of FSSAI, PFA label, which means Punjab Food Authority, and third one is Codex Alimentarius. It's a national food standard, and at last it is an ISI label. These are the some labels which is packed with the food which is packed with these labels are really very safe and which prevent from the harmful diseases. Let us see something about FSSAI. FSSAI stands for Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. So, the FSSAI has been established under the Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. The FSSAI functions under the administrative control of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The main aim of FSSAI is to, firstly, lay down science based stands for articles on food. Second one is to regulate the manufacture, storage, distribution, import, and sale of food. Third one is to facilitate the safety of food and aims to establish a reference point for all matters relating to food safety and stands by moving from multi-level, multi-departmental control to a single line of command. It, con- it consolidates various acts and orders that have handled food related issues in various ministries and departments. So, these are the acts which are published by FSSAI and the products of order which are published by FSSAI. So, thank you all for giving me this opportunity.